Alright guys, Kid of Mischief here, and I am going to do a video on how I weather maps for props. So these maps we got at the Renaissance Fair. There's this one booth that just has a ton of awesome like real life maps, fantasy maps. This one's the one from How to Train Your Dragon. I don't exactly know what these ones are. These are my friends that I'm weathering for them. And I've done it before with a different map for one of my cosplays. It was the Egypt map for Bill Cipher. And it looks like this. What you're going to need is a lighter of some sort. I'm not going to light my friends, but I will light mine, the edges. And some different types of teas. You can be particular and go after ones that'll like specifically make it darker, specifically make it red, so on and so on. I just kind of like to grab whatever we have and just kind of wing it because, you know, it looks cool either way, at least in my opinion. Boiling water to put your tea in. And you can just wait for it to air dry, but it would be a much longer process to do that. So I just put chai spice black tea in, and I have Earl Grey and peppermint. But I like to use a blow dryer to speed up the process because I am impatient. And yeah. So now we just need to wait for these to steep. The only bad thing about just not knowing what tea looks like what, because I only actually drink peppermint and chamomile, is sometimes the tea is going to be too light to actually make a difference. So always have backup teas, which I do. I have a ton more. Something should work. This will be trial and error with me and you. So I'm going to do each of these the same way. I'll do the one while I'm talking to you, and then I'll do the other two in fast motion. First thing that you're going to want to do is, and this is going to be really hard, like if you're like me and you're afraid of messing things up, but you're gonna have to do it. You're gonna have to crumble it up. I try to be a little gentle when I crumble it because I don't want it to accidentally tear in places. It might, but it gives it'll be fine because that's still part of weathering and everything, but I still try to avoid it regardless. I mean, you're gonna tear at the edges, that's natural, but I mean like in the middle. Okay. Next I will do this one.
Hanging from the yard.
You see the difference already. It doesn't matter if it's pooling a lot in some areas. That's why you have a blow dryer. See, if you weren't using a blow dryer, you would have to wait for this layer to dry, and then you would have to make a different tea. You couldn't have the teas all at once. So this is really more efficient. Also, I forgot to say this earlier, but you will obviously want some towels. And I'm not doing this right on top of the wood. I have my clear vinyl that I lay on top so it doesn't ruin it. You don't want to ruin your wood. And now to blow dry. I'm gonna do it on cool. Just, you know what? I'll do it on warm. I don't know. I don't know what the best option is. I'm just winging it. Alright, so what I did there was I alternated between low and high and then cool and warm. I didn't use hot at all. And here you go. Here's it so far. Now for me to dry the other ones. Alright, so next I'm gonna use the Earl Grey. Why not? Next in line. So this time, since there was a lot of tea, I flipped it over and then dabbed some of it off because it's smearing a bit too much and we don't want that. And finally, the chai spice black tea. Doesn't look too different than the Earl Grey. Regular. I might need to go grab a different tea, but we will see. You could even technically do like a light coffee as well. I just made some coffee. I put the peppermint pack in here since it's an easier way to dab it on. There we go. And then now I'm going to let this air dry because I kind of like exactly where these splotches are because ideally these will be the last ones. So I'm going to let it mainly air dry. I'll come back in with the blow dryer when it gets a little closer to the end. And then I will then show you how I burn the edges on mine, not theirs. And then, yeah. So I'll be back. Alright, sorry that it's so dark, it's nighttime. And yeah. So next I'm going to just burn the edges and do this carefully because this is paper and it will just light on fire. So every single time you go in, quickly blow it out. Yeah. So there you go. That's how you weather it. And then weather it and burn it. So there. And there. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And see you next time. Bye. Oh, please like and subscribe. Thank you. All right, bye.